Shana Tova. Good Yantiv. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope folks who are fasting are holding up all right today as we come back to continue with our Yom Kippur observance, with our confessions, with our cultivation of compassion. Want to welcome everyone who is here in person and as well all those who are joining us on the live stream. I'm Rabbi Rachel Goldenberg. I'm the founder of Malkhut, a progressive Jewish spiritual community here in Western Queens. And welcome to our 7th annual High Holy Day season. This year in collaboration with the Queens Jewish Project and the Wandering Jews of Astoria, and again, generously funded by UJA Federation of New York. It's amazing to not be alone up here, to be sharing the leadership this morning with this amazing team led by our music director, Chris Wetstein, and in partnership up here with our Rabbinic Intern Emily Herzlin, and some wonderful singers and musicians. We have Conchetta this morning on violin. We've got Chelsea on clarinet. We've got Dan on percussion, we've got Noah on cello, and Jim and Sue and Rachel holding up the vocals. So, and we'll have some other people up and down as well. Let's take a moment just to meet who the people are that are sharing the space with you, near and around you. If you want to turn to someone you don't know, introduce yourselves. All right. So I hope that throughout the day you'll have a chance to get to know more folks in the community over the course of the day. We are all here together creating a container, a sacred container to hold whatever experience you and all of us are having. And we really just invite you on live stream and in person to step in as fully as you can to this experience. In order to do that, to help you with that, we have slides for everybody. And we have your printed Machzor supplement. And if you're on the live stream, you should have received a link to that Machzor supplement in your email. Please don't take these booklets home with you. We are, again, so glad to be back here at CUNY School of Law with its very good ventilation, with its really good wheelchair accessibility, and the all-gender restrooms on this floor. And just to note, in case of an emergency, if we're instructed to leave this room, there are 2 exits, and we're instructed to turn left and then go down the stairs. If you need the elevator, you can use the elevator. In terms of our COVID protocols this year, masks are optional, but definitely are encouraged if you're able and comfortable. And there's no judgment here around what you choose to do. We know that you're doing what is best for you. Just a note, if you're not yet aware, our dear Emily up here, her mother died recently, and there might be some tears. She and Chris and her family are in mourning, and just a reminder that you don't have to worry, and you don't have to express that worry to her. They're fine, and tears are welcome for everybody here. And again, just a reminder how to practice being with someone who is in mourning. It's okay to just say hello and how are you, and I'm sorry for your loss, and then move on and talk about other things. No need for advice giving, fixing, saving. Your love is felt just by your presence. Also, Emily and Chris both have colds and have tested negative for COVID. They want you to know that in case you hear coughs and sniffles. And again, they're fine. And I'm so grateful that you're able to be here. And for all of us, in terms of taking care of ourselves, if you are fasting and you are not feeling well, please drink, please eat if you need to. This is not about fighting through it. The fast should be something that helps deepen the experience of the day. It shouldn't obstruct your ability to be here safely and healthily. If you are taking medication and your medication needs to be taken with food or water, take your medication. Take it with food or water. I'm giving you permission. Okay, very important. So we open with gratitude, and I want to invite us all to bring to mind what are you grateful for today? Could be large or small. What's coming up for you that you're grateful for? And if you'd like to share it out loud, go ahead. Go ahead. Raincoats. Yeah. What are we grateful? My sister. Beautiful. Yeah. I'm grateful for my kids.
Being here. Being here.
Being here. Yeah.
The support of friends and community.
Having enough. That's beautiful. Thank you. You can keep those coming and name them for yourself as we pray together. מודה אני לפניך, רוח חי וקיים. 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 מודה אני לפניך, Gratitude opens the door to praise. Let all that breathes praise Yah.
Shema Tehallel, Hallelujah. Kol Haneshama Tehallel, Hallelujah.
Our next song says, "The breath of all life praises Yah." And I was struck this morning by all life, not just the people we wished we were more like. Our bones exclaim, "Who is like you?" Awe is our foundational way of relating to the world. It's a fact, it's not an aspiration. We don't have to work at it, we just have to let it be that way. And it is, and it will be, and it can be enough. Nishmat kol chai Tivorech et shimcha Eloheinu, Nishmat Kochai, Tivarech et Shimcha, Adonai Eloheinu, Yadadai-dai-dai, I-dai-dai-dai, oh, Kol atzmotai, Tomana, Adonai, Michamocha, Kol atzmotai, Tomana, Adonai, Michamocha, da-da-dai-dai-dai,
Hamelech, Hamelech, Hayoshev al kisei Ram v'nisam, Shochen ad marom v'kadosh shemo, V'chatuv rananu tzadikim b'Adonai, La'yisharim nava tehila. In your machzor on page 4. V'yitkadash shemei Rabbah,
Amen.
V'yalma divrach yirutei, V'yamlich malchutei, B'chayechon u'v'yomechon, U'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, Magalav Izman Kariv Imru.
Amen.
Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach Leolam Ulalmei Amaya Yitbarach Yitbarach Vishtabach Vitpa'ar Vitramam Vitnaseh V'yitadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal Shemei Dekudashah Le'ela u'le'ela Min kol birchata v'shirata Tushmechata v'nechemata Damiran bi'alma Ve'imeru Amen. We rise to call each other into community. Baruchu et Adonai Hamivorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamivorach Leolam Vaed.
As we open to the loving energy of creation, to gratitude for creation, for all of it, even the rain, including the rain. These words from the Israeli poet Zelda. The sun lit a wet branch, and gold leaves captured my eyes. The gold leaves that coursed night and day through my heart's blood changed their configuration. And when they reached the soul, its solitude, they became distant signs of light, clues from heaven, ancient wonders. As creation renews itself every day, may its light enter us, bringing us awe, hope, clarity, and reminding us of our power to change the world's configuration.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot. The whole world is filled with your glory. The whole world is filled with your glory. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. glory. The whole world is filled with your glory.
Chadash al Zion Ta'ir V'nizkech lanu meheira el oro Baruch ata Adonai Yotzer HaMeorot Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahavtanu, Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahavtanu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahavtanu, Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahava Rabbah,
Ahavtanu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. How deeply you have loved us. How deeply you have loved us. How deeply you have loved us. Adonai Eloheinu. How deeply you have loved us. How deeply you have loved us. How deeply you have loved us. Adonai Eloheinu. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. We continue with V'ahavta on page 5 in your booklets. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha
והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. We'll continue on our own with the rest of the words of the V'ahavta through page 9. Adonai Elohechem emet. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha neder b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh. Shira chadasha shibechu geulim l'shimacha al safat hayam yachad kulam hodu v'himlichu ve'amru Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. Tzur Yisrael, Kuma b'ezrat Yisrael, ufedeichinu mecha, Yehuda ve'Yisrael. Go aleinu Adonai tzvaot shemo, Kedosh Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisrael. We rise in body or spirit for the tefillah. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanara El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim Vekonei Hakol Vezocher Chasdei Avot B'imahot Umevi Goel Livnei Bneihem Leman Shemo
Zochrenu lechaim, melech hafetz b'chaim. Zochrenu lechaim, melech hafetz b'chaim. Echotveinu b'sefer ha'chaim, למענך אלוהים חיים. וחטאינו בספר החיים, למענך אלוהים חיים. זוכרנו לחיים, מלך חפץ בחיים. זוכרנו לחיים, מלך חפץ בחיים. וחטאינו בספר החיים, למענך אלוהים חיים. וחטאינו בספר החיים, למענך אלוהים חיים.
מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע, מוריד
מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו בשני עפר, מי כמוך על גבורות ומידות מלך מביט ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה. מי כמוך, מי כמוך, אב הרחמים, זוכר יצוריו לחיים ברחמים, ונאמנתה להחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים. As we turn to Anatana Tokef, these words from the wonderful Rabbi Ed Feinstein. On Rosh Hashanah it is written, on the fast of Yom Kippur it is sealed, who will live and who will die, who will reach the ripeness of age, who will be taken before their time, who by fire and who by water, who by earthquake and who by plague. He writes, I sat in shul for years reading these words before I realized the answer. The answer to each of these questions is me. Who will live and who will die? I will. Who at their end and who not at their end? Me. Like every human being, when I die, it will be at the right time and it will also be too soon. Fire, water, earthquake, plague. In my lifetime, I've been scorched and drowned, shaken and burdened, wandering and at rest, tranquil and troubled. That has been my life's journey. Of course, I prefer to deflect this truth. I would much prefer to let the prayers talk about someone else, perhaps the fellow in the next row. It has taken a lifetime to reveal that defense as a lie. The prayer is not about someone else. It's about me. It is a frightfully succinct summary of my existence. So now I read it again, but in the first person, and it makes me shiver. I will live and I will die at the right time and before my time. I will wander, but I might yet find rest. I will be troubled, but I may achieve tranquility. As Rabbi Feinstein teaches, this is the central truth of the High Holy Days and is what makes them Yamim Noraim, days of terror. We stand before the divine and reach into our pocket and pull out that note that says, I am but dust and ashes. And then we reach into the other pocket and pull out that note that says, the world was created only for my sake. And we contemplate, given this paradox, what can I ask of myself this year? What do I intend to do before I go back to the dust?
ונתן תוקף קדושת היום, כי הוא נורא ואיום, ובוא תינשא מלכותך, וייכון בחסד כיסאך, ותשב עליו באמת.
Let us declare the sacred power of this day, for it is awesome and dreadful. On this day, your rule is exalted, your throne is established with love, and you sit upon it in truth. In truth, you are judge and arbiter, counsel and witness. You write and seal, record and recount. You remember deeds long forgotten. You open the book of our days, and what is written there proclaims itself, for it bears the signature of every human being. The great shofar sounds, the still small voice is heard. Even the angels are seized by trembling and fear as they declare, "This is the day of judgment, when even the hosts of heaven are judged. Nothing can evade your eyes in judgment. All who live must pass before you like flocks before the shepherd. Just as the shepherd inspects the sheep and makes them pass under the staff, so do you account for the souls of all who live. You muster and number and consider every life and inscribe the verdict of their judgment."
בראש השנה ייכתבו, וביום צום כיפור ייחתמו. בראש השנה ייכתבו, וביום צום כיפור ייחתמו. כמה יעבורון וכמה יבראון, מי יחיה ומי ימות, מי בקיצו ומי לא בקיצו. בראש השנה ייכתבו, וביום צום כיפור ייחתמו. בראש השנה המגפה, מי בחניקה ומי בסקילה, מי ינוח ומי ינוע, מי ישקיט ומי יטורף, מי ישלב ומי יתייסר, מי יעני ומי יעשיר, מי יושפל ומי ירום. בראש השנה ייכתבו, וביום צום כיפור ייכתבו. בראש השנה ייכתבו, וביום צום כיפור
Rosh Hashanah, it is written, on Yom Kippur, it is sealed. How many shall pass on? How many shall come to be? Who shall live and who shall die? Who shall see ripe age and who shall not? Who shall perish by fire and who by water? Who by sword and who by beast? Who by hunger and who by thirst? Who by earthquake and who by plague? Who by strangling and who by stoning? Who shall be secure and who shall be driven? Who shall be tranquil and who shall be troubled? Who shall be poor and who shall be rich? Who shall be humbled and who exalted? Teshuvah, Tefillah, Tzedakah, Teshuvah, Tefillah, Tzedakah, Teshuvah, Tefillah, Tzedakah, Teshuvah, Tefillah, Tzedakah, Teshuvah, Tefillah, Teshuvah, Tefillah, and Tzedakah temper the harshness of the decree. This is your glory. You are slow to anger, ready to forgive. It is not the death of sinners you seek, but that they should turn from their ways and live. Until the last day you wait for them, welcoming them as soon as they turn to you. You have created us and know what we are. We are but flesh and blood. Our origin is dust, and dust is our end. Each of us is a shattered urn, grass that must wither, a flower that will fade, a shadow moving on, a cloud passing by, a particle of dust floating on the wind, a dream soon forgotten. But you are the sovereign, the everlasting God.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, הכתוב על יד נביאך, וכרז אל זה ואמר,
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Melech kol haaretz kivodo.
Adir, Adirenu, Adonai, Adonai, Adonenu, Ma'adir Shimcha bechol haaretz.
Baruch kivod Adonai,
Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu, hu Malkeinu, hu Moshienu, vehu yashmienu, berachamav le'enei kol chai, ani Adonai Elohechem. Imloch Adonai le'olam, Elohai yitzion, v'dor v'ador. Hallelujah. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש, בשבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. May each generation speak of your greatness to the next. For all eternity, may we sanctify your holiness. May your praise, O God, never depart from our lips. We continue with the rest of the Kedusha silently through page 18. You are holy, your name is holy, and there is no God besides you, as it is written, the eternal, the power of all creation is elevated through justice, God's holiness sanctified through acts of justice. Baruch atah Adonai, HaMelech HaKadosh.
Amen.
On page 20, Kedushat Hayom, special blessing in the Amidah for this day.
You have delighted in us among all of the nations, loving us, desiring us, elevating us, and sanctifying us with mitzvot, drawing us near to serve you, that your great holy presence might be known to us. With love, we have been given this day of atonement for renouncing our wrongs, for asking for forgiveness, for cleansing, for reconciliation. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, ya'aleh v'yavo, v'yagia v'yira'eh v'yiratzeh, v'yishama v'yipaked v'yizacher zichronenu, ufikdonenu, v'zichron avotenu, v'zichron Mashiach ben David avdecha, v'zichron Yerushalayim yer kodshecha, v'zichron kol amcha beit Yisrael lefanecha. Lifleta letova, lechein, ulchesed ulrachamim, lechayim uleshalom, biyom hakippurim hazeh. Our God, God of our ancestors, allow memory to ascend, to come, to reach us. May our memory and our ancestors' memory and the memory of the dream of a messianic time and the memory of the vision of Jerusalem as a city of peace and the memories of all of your people of the house of Israel be before you. On this day, may these memories, these dreams of redemption, inspire graciousness, loving kindness, and compassion in us for life and for peace on this Yom Kippur. Zochrenu Adonai Eloheinu bo litova.
Amen.
Ufogdenu vo livracha.
Amen.
V'hoshienu vo l'chaim.
Amen.
Uvidvar Yeshua v'rachamim chus v'chonenu. V'rachem aleinu v'hoshienu. Ki elecha einenu. Ki el melech hanun v'rachum ata. Remember us, Yud He Vav He, our God, for goodness.
Amen.
Count us in for blessing.
Amen.
Save us with life.
Amen.
Shower us with salvation and with compassion. Be merciful to us. Enfold us in the compassion we knew before we were born, for you are our merciful parent and sovereign. We continue on our own silently with the prayers in these books through page 25, or if you're done with words, you can put the books down and just see what prayers you have in your hearts today.
Shalom bimroma, uyase shalom aleinu, kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
The Task Never Completed by Marge Piercy. No task is ever completed, only abandoned or pressed into use. Tinkering can be a form of prayer. 26 botched worlds preceded Genesis, we are told in ancient commentary. And Hashem said not only of this particular attempt, it is good, but muttered, if only it will hold. Incomplete, becoming, the world was given us to fix, to complete, and we've almost worn it out. My house was hastily built on the cheap, leaks, rotting sills, the floor a relief map of Idaho. Whenever I get some money, I stove up, repair, add on, replace. This improvisation permits me to squat here on the land that owns me. We evolve through mistakes, wrong genes, imitation gone wild. Each night, sleep unravels me into wool, then into sheep and wolf. Wall and fire pass through me. I birth stones. Every dawn, I stumble from the roaring vat of dreams and make myself up, remembering and forgetting by halves. Every dawn, I choose to take a knife to the world's flank or a sewing kit. Rough improvisation, but a start. We enter into our prayers for forgiveness, our slichot, and then into the vidui, the confession, recognizing our limitations, knowing that no task is ever complete, bringing ourselves compassion to shore us up as we take a knife or a sewing kit and get to work.
Adon haselichot, mochen levavot, gole amukot, dover tzedakot.
Atanu lefanecha rachem aleinu. Atanu lefanecha rachem
It's interesting switching from a Mizrahi melody right back to Ashkenazis cantillation. Just thought I'd point that out because it's such a rich, rich heritage that we have inherited from so many different lands and peoples and languages and ways of pronouncing a het and yeah. So we're back in the soft world of Ashkenazis here. Shema Koleinu Adonai Eloheinu Chus Virachem Virachem Aleinu V'kabel Virachamim Uvratzon Et Tefilateinu Hashivenu Adonai Lecha Hashivenu Adonai Lecha V'nashuva Chadesh Yameinu Yameinu Kekedem. Hear our voice, Yud He Vav He, our God. Be merciful and accept our prayer. Return us, Adonai, and we will be returned. Renew our days as of old.
Ki anu amecha ve'ata Eloheinu anu vanecha ve'ata avinu anu avdecha ve'ata Adonenu anu kehalecha ve'ata chelkeinu anu lechavetecha ve'ata goraleinu anu tzonecha ve'ata roeinu anu charmecha ve'ata notreinu anu ve'uletecha ve'ata yotreinu anu rayatecha ve'ata dodeinu anu siguletecha ve'ata kerobeinu anu ramecha ve'ata malkeinu anu mayamirecha ve'ata mamirenu.
We move now into our confession. As I said last night, sort of tapping our hearts, kind of like when you want to break an egg without destroying the yolk inside, asking that heart to open to the places we went astray, nudging ourselves back onto the path of our truest intentions. Our God and God of our ancestors, accept our prayer and do not hide from us. For we are not so hard-hearted and stiff-necked to say before you, Yud He Vav He, that we are holy, righteous, and pure. Rather, we confess that we have gone astray. We have sinned. We have transgressed.
Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu Tavo Tavo lefanecha Tefillatenu
Lefanecha Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu Tzadikim Anachnu V'lo Chatanu Aval Anachnu Chatanu Chatanu Avinu Pashanu.
We rise now for the confession.
Ashamnu
Ashamnu
Bagatnu
Bagadnu
Gazalnu
Gazalnu
Dibarnu Dofi
Divanu Dofi
He'evinu
He'evinu
Vehirshanu
Vehirshanu
Zadnu
Zadnu
Chamasnu
Hamasnu
Tefanu Shaker
Tafalnu Shaker
Ya'atsnura
Ya'atsnura
Kizavnu
Kizavnu
Latsnu
Latsnu
Maratnu
Maradnu
Niyatsnu
Niyatnu
Sararnu
Saranu
Avinu
Avinu
Pashanu
Pashanu
Sararnu
Saranu
Kishinu Oref
Kishinu Orem
Rashanu
Rashanu
Shichatnu
Shiratnu
Tiyavnu
Tiyanu
Tainu
Tainu
Titanu
Titanu
Together, we have
We've
abused,
abused, betrayed, conspired, deceived, endangered, flattered, gossiped, hated, insulted, jeered, kept grudges, lied, mocked, neglected, oppressed, perverted, quarreled, rebelled, stolen, threatened, undermined, vilified, wasted, and yielded to temptation.
Can be seated.
We continue now with the Al-Khait, our naming and acknowledging aloud these various ways we have caused harm or missed the mark, not just as individuals, but as a community. We will be chanting both in Hebrew and in English, and you're invited to chant along in Hebrew, in English, or both. We will begin by chanting the traditional liturgy of our ancestors, and then we will add our own personal confessions that our hearts need us to hear. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha be'ones uvratzon.
For the sin we have sinned against you under duress and by choice.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha bezadon u'ishaga.
For the sin we have sinned against you, consciously or unconsciously.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha begalui u'besater.
For the sin we have sinned against you, openly and privately.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha behar hor halev.
For the sin we have sinned against you in our deepest thoughts.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha b'dibur peh.
For the sin we have sinned against you by speaking harshly.
Ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha b'chozek yad.
For the sin we have sinned against you in the abuse of power.
Ve'al kulam Eloh haslichot selach lanu lecha lanu kapeh lanu. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha be'imut halev.
For the sin we have sinned against you by hardness of heart.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha
B'chilul Hashem. For the sin we have sinned against you in failing to live up to your name.
Ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha b'zilzul horimori.
And for the sin we have sinned against you by contempt for teachers and parents.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha b'lashon hara.
For the sin we have sinned against you by speaking slander.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha b'masa u'matan.
For the sin we have sinned against you by dishonesty in our work.
Ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha b'hona'at re'ah.
And for the sin we have sinned against you by wronging a friend.
Ve'al kulam Eloh haslichot selach lanu lecha lanu kapeh lanu. We invite you now, as we continue our prayer, to share aloud where you feel we have fallen short communally in this past year in our city, our country, globally. These could be about how we related to each other interpersonally, or for ways in which we have failed to structure our society to take care of each other and the earth. You'll be invited to finish the phrase, "For the sin we have committed against you," with your own phrase. And I invite you to call out nice and loud and clear with your full voice so we can all hear you and so that I can do my best to repeat what you said into the microphone so folks on our live stream can hear you. For the sin we have committed against you.
Not providing migrants with enough resources that come to our city.
Not providing migrants with enough resources that come to our city. For the sin we have committed against you. I'm going to do my best with that. Can you say it again?
Dehumanizing the same people who dehumanized us, but justifying it by saying it's so-called in the name of justice.
Dehumanizing the same people who dehumanized us, but saying it's okay because it's in the name of justice. For the sin we have committed against you. For normalizing evil. For the sin we have committed against you. For ignoring climate change and pretending it isn't happening. For the sin we have committed against you.
By giving each other advice when we should be listening.
By giving each other advice when we should be listening. For the sin we have committed against you.
By not keeping custody of the tongue.
For not keeping custody of the tongue. For the sin we have committed against you. For normalizing ableism. For the sin we have committed against you. One more. A little louder. By avoiding the homeless. Ve'al kulam elo asalichot smachan v'choran
all these, God of forgiveness, forgive us, pardon us, and grant us atonement.
We balance the harshness of the confession by remembering the ways in which we have made a difference and have brought wholesome qualities into the world. So I invite you to, again, join me and Jim either in the Hebrew or the English or both. Ahavnu, berachnu, gadalnu, dibarnu yofi.
We have loved, we have blessed, we have grown, we have spoken positively.
Chamalnu, tipachnu emet.
We've been empathetic, we have cultivated truth.
He'elinu v'chasnu zeraznu.
We have raised up, we have shown compassion, we have acted enthusiastically.
Ya'atznu tov, kibadnu, lamadnu, machalnu.
We have given good advice. We have respected. We have learned. We have forgiven.
Nichamnu, salalnu, orarnu.
We have comforted. We have been creative. We have awakened.
Richamnu, shakadnu.
We have been merciful. We have given full effort.
Pa'alnu, tzadaknu, kivinu la'aretz.
We have been spiritual activists. We have been just. We have hoped for Israel.
Tamachnu, taramnu, tikanu.
We have supported. We have contributed. We have repaired.
So maybe just taking your hand on your heart again, this time maybe with an open palm and giving yourself a little love. It's okay. It's hard to be human. May the next year be full of these beautiful qualities. We'll take a break now from our ritual, I guess, to participate in a different kind of high holiday ritual, which is that of letting you know how you can contribute and support, contribute to this community and support Malkhut. So I'm going to invite up Rebecca Forlenza, who is one of our lay leaders on our organizational development team and in many other capacities, to talk with you. And
Lashana Tova, everyone. It's so nice to see you. I'm really honored to have this opportunity to talk with you about what Malkhut means to my family and I. When I think about my Jewish identity, one thing that is constant is that it's always evolving. What makes Malkhut so special and so important is the space this community makes for evolving identities and connections to Judaism. This community is both steeped in traditions that are so special to all of us and constantly making space for new ones. Over the past 3 years that my family has been involved with Malkhut, it has brought me so much joy to watch all the different ways we can connect to Judaism. My son is fascinated by the stories behind each holiday that he learns at the Youth Institute. My daughter's inner conservationist really was shining at the Tu B'Shvat event at Gantry Park. My husband loves to flex his lawyering skills on Shabbat morning when Rabbi G engages us in small group debate and discussion over texts and interpretations. And I personally have grown so much in my work with food justice as I've had the opportunity to connect Malkhut with another organization I'm involved with, the Connected Chef, and that's been really special. I'm so grateful to have found this progressive community that aligns with our values and celebrates different ways we embody our own Judaism. To be able to be both honored as an individual and embraced in a community is such a special experience. Part of our values that are embraced here are openness and accessibility. We believe strongly in making sure everyone has a safe space to attend high holiday services, which is why we have a donation-based model, but it can only work with your support. Donating what you can helps keep our doors open to all, regardless of financial situation. We are very excited to say that we are at 22,000 as of today, and that's of our 30,000 goal, which covers 60% of what it takes to produce the high holiday services, from the sound to the lights to the many hours of work from our leadership team to make this a meaningful experience. Thank you so much to those of you who have already donated. And if you haven't made your gift yet, please do so today. If you see the card insert in your prayer book, you'll see that we're doing donations a little bit different. It's a per person suggestion this year. So if you look at that and think, I don't know if I quite saw that when I was making my donation, I want to go back and make another donation to reach that level, that's perfectly fine. One other very important way to support Malkhut during the high holidays is to become a partner. Partners make recurring monthly donations, which is, of course, a huge part of what keeps our doors open. Partners also have a reduced high holiday donation amount And you get invitations to special partner events. We have one coming up for Sukkot. There are a few ways to donate. You can click our donate button on the website. You can scan the donate link on the card insert. You can make out a check. The instructions for making out a check are also on that card insert and on our website. All of our donations are tax deductible. If you have any questions, you can email Alexa at development@malkhutqueens.org. Thank you so much, and wishing everyone a joyful 5784.
Thank you, Rebecca. We turn now to our service for the reading of Torah. You'll find it on page 26 in your booklets. We start with Avinu Malkeinu. And we'd like to invite up the Lang Abramowitz clan to come open our ark for us. And please join Jim and me in the Hebrew or the English or both. Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Kolenu. Oh, and if you're able to rise, please do so.
Avinu Malkeinu, hear our voice.
Avinu Malkeinu, Chatanu Lefanecha.
Avinu Malkeinu, we have sinned before you.
Avinu Malkeinu, Chamol Aleinu, Ve'al Olaleinu, V'tapenu.
Avinu Malkeinu, have mercy on us and on our children.
Avinu Malkeinu, Kale Dever, V'cherev, V'ra'av Me'aleinu.
Avinu Malkeinu, rid us of sickness, sword, hunger, destruction.
Avinu Malkeinu, Kale Kol Tsar, Umastin Me'aleinu.
Avinu Malkeinu, rid us of persecution.
Avinu Malkeinu, Kodvenu, B'Sefer Chaim Tovim.
Avinu Malkeinu, inscribe us for blessing in the book of life.
Avinu Malkeinu, Chadesh Aleinu Shana Tova.
Avinu Malkeinu, renew us for a good year.
Avinu Malkeinu, Chonenu Va'anenu, Ki Ein Banu Ma'asim. Aseh Imanu Tzedakah V'Chesed V'Hoshienu. Imenu Malkatenu, Choninu Va'aninu, Ki Ein Banu Ma'asim. Asi Imanu Tzedakah V'Chesed V'Hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chonenu Va'anenu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chonenu Va'anenu, Ki Ein Banu Ma'asim. Haninu va'aninu. Imenu Malkatenu, Haninu va'aninu. Ki ein banu ma'asir. Asimanu tzedakah v'chesed. Asimanu tzedakah v'chesed v'hoshinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu v'aneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu v'aneinu. Ki ein banu ma'asir. Aseh imanu tzedakah v'chesed. Aseh imanu tzedakah v'chesed v'hoshienu.
Avinu Malkeinu, Imenu Malkatenu, be gracious, answer us, for we have no deeds within us. Treat us generously and with kindness, and be our help.
Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum V'Chanun, Erech Apayim, V'Rav Chesed V'Emet, Notzer Chesed La'alafim, Nozei Avon V'Pesha, V'Chata V'Nakeh. Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum
I'm hoping that the kids are on their way because what we're going to do next is invite any parents who are here with their kids either in the room or in the program. If parents could come up front, it's going to be squishy. You'll make it work. And we're going to have your kids join you up here for a special blessing. So just wondering if, I don't know, if maybe Martha could go just make sure. Thank you, Martha, my dear. Thank you. Okay. And we'll sing while we're waiting. Wondering what a kid is, you get to come up here with your grown-ups. Yeah. Come on, Mo. All right. We're going to bless you. And then Emily is going to take the Torah and march around with it. We can't have you march with her today because it's just too squished in here. So you'll just stay up here with me while Emily marches around with the Torah. I want you to stay because once we open it up, I just want you to get a look at what the Torah looks like. And then we'll let you go back to where you were hanging out before. Okay? That's the plan. So, it's very special to be able to see all of you here and offer you this blessing of peace and of protection. Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chased
May God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May God's presence be near you and grant you peace.
And let us all say, Amen.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonai, Kadosh v'nora Shemo, Gadlu Adonai, Romema Shemo Yachdav.
So you're just going to have to part the waters when Emily comes towards you, and it'll work just fine.
Lecha Adonai hagedula v'hagevora v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod ki hod hashamayim ha'aretz v'hod hashamayim v'ha'aretz Adonai ha'malacha v'hu haseh lechol Adonai
So I know some of you are already experts in this, but maybe some of you aren't. I want to make sure the little ones have a chance to see up close. If they, your parents can hold back, but smaller bodies could probably make it closer if they want to come actually see closer. Okay, we're not going to touch this now that the Torah now that it's not covered, but you can come and look. And you mostly are looking at it upside down. But, there are some communities that, probably even today, but definitely in the olden times, in some places where they couldn't afford books for all the kids, so they sat around it like this, and they learned how to read it sideways and backwards and upside down and everything. So maybe we won't make you do that, I promise. Okay, so this is a scroll, right? We have a giant book here. It's actually 5 books, all written out on parchment, made out of kosher animal skin, okay? Written by hand with a quill, right? Like Harry Potter, right? And we read from this side all the way to this side, and we have to roll as we go. So I'm wondering if anyone can guess, are we at the beginning or the end of the Torah today? What do you think? End, that is true. But we will roll it all the way back to the beginning on a special holiday that's coming up, which is, Simchat Torah, exactly. So it's a circle. The Torah is a circle, but right now we're at the end. You can see it's really, really skinny on this side and really, really fat on that side. We've already read all that. And now we're getting to the end. And this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can tell, but there are lots of little decorations on the letters, right? Those are crowns. In Judaism, we like to make our rituals beautiful. You can't see? Oh, let's see. Let's let Lev see somehow. Yeah? If you want to come around this way, you can. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So the writing is really beautiful. Okay? All right. So we're going to let you all go back now. And if you're in the children's program, you're going to head back there, or if your parents want you to stay in here, you can stay with them. I'm so glad to see you. And Happy New Year. Okay, if you want to come and see. Eliana, you see? Yeah? Great. You're going to learn how to do this pretty soon. The two of you are going to learn how to do this pretty soon. It looks scarier than it is. Promise. All right. I'm going to hand it off to Emily now. Yeah? Or am I calling up? Or that's right. Oh, never mind. I'm not handing it off yet. All right. If you have not been with us before, just a little explanation about how we do our aliyot. We're doing only 3 aliyot today for Parashat Nitzavim. And you'll find your reading, if you want to follow along, on page 33 in the Machzor booklet. But the way we do aliyot is we have a special invitation that's based on a theme from the reading, and Emily will be doing those. And if you feel called by that invitation, no matter who you are welcome to come up here to be part of the blessing before and after that section of the Torah reading. After that section is read, Emily will bless the group that is up here, and then you'll have a seat, and then we'll bring the next group up. So that's how that works, and we really hope you'll not be shy and just come on up, and you can come up more than once. You can get more than one blessing today. So now I'll hand it over to Emily. Yeah? Okay.
First, I'd love to call up our first Torah reader, Amina Goldenberg. So in this first aliyah, Moses calls the people to enter into the covenant, but he doesn't just issue a blanket statement. In addition to the householders of the community, he calls specifically upon your tribal heads, your elders, and your officials, those who have taken on a leadership role, an advising role, taken on responsibility for the well-being of the community. For this Aliyah, we want to invite up anyone who serves as a leader in the Malkhut community, which includes lay leaders, volunteers, staff, musicians, all the people who have taken on responsibility to help carry our community. Please don't be shy. Please come up and let us honor you.
You get to self-select. Be generous with yourself. We are a leaderful community.
Come on up, come close, get close to the Torah. Here are the blessings.
Baruch hu et Adonai hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Ambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hambarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu haTorah.
Atem nitzavim hayom kulchem lifnei Adonai Elohechem, Rashechem shiftechem, Ziknechem b'shodrechem, Kol Ish Yisrael, Tapchem neshechem begercha, Asher bekerev machanecha, V'chotei veitzecha, Ad shev meimecha, Le'avercha bivrit, Adonai Elohecha uvalato, Asher Adonai Elohecha, korei timcha hayom.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torah emet. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. So for all of you who have come up for this Aliyah, all the leaders, lay leaders, volunteers, staff, advisors, may you be blessed with renewed chizuk, strength, in this upcoming year. May you draw upon the strength of the ancestors who came before you, giving you energy to continue in your work. And though you may not directly see the fruits of your efforts in any given moment, may you know how very vital and essential your Eunice is to the creation and continuation of our sacred community. And let us all say with gratitude, Amen. Can take those. And I'd like to call up for our second Aliyah, our second Torah reader, Sophie Bushwick.
And then the second part is there. Okay, it's pretty easy actually. This is the hard part to find. I just lost it. Okay, great. Oh, there it is. Okay.
In our second Aliyah, we read, "Surely this instruction which I enjoin upon you this day is not too baffling for you, nor is it beyond reach. It is not in the heavens that you should say, 'Who among us can go up to the heavens and get it for us and impart it to us that we may observe it?' Neither is it beyond the sea that you should say, 'Who among us can cross to the other side of the sea and get it for us and impart it to us that we may observe it?' These verses express a longing for closeness, a yearning for something far away to be nearby, or something seemingly unattainable to be possible. You are invited up for this aliyah if this longing speaks to you, either personally or in your life or in the world, if there's something or someone you are yearning to have closer, or something you are longing to achieve, either personally or for our world. You're invited up to the Torah. Coming around this way.
And if anyone has seat and they want to,
Can you touch a little more to make a little more room? And share. Okay.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bacharanu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Amen. Leman hakimotcha hayom lo le'am v'hu yihye lecha le'Elohim ka'asher diber lach v'ka'asher nishba lavotecha le'Avraham li'Yitzchak u'Yaakov v'lo itchem levadchem anochi koret et habrit hazot v'et ha'ala hazot ki et asher yeshno po imanu omed hayom lifnei Adonai Eloheinu v'et asher einenu po imanu hayom. Ki hamitzvah hazot asher anochi mitzavcha hayom lo nifleti mimcha v'lo rechoka hi lo bashamayim hi lemor miyalelanu hashamayma v'yikacheha lanu v'yashmienu ota v'naasena v'lo me'ever layam hi lemor mi'avor lanu elever hayam v'yikacheha lanu v'yashmienu ota v'nasena.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen. For all of you who have come up for this aliyah, may you be blessed with whatever is needed to cross the expanse of the sea and find the closeness that you are yearning for. Whether it's a real sea or an imaginary one. And if that is not possible, or it's not possible in this moment, may you be blessed with the ease and acceptance needed to dwell in this space of longing and to make friends with it and to uncover the holiness in this moment. And let us all say, Amen.
Amen.
For this third aliyah, we'd like to call up our third reader, Logan Bayraf, already on your way. In this third aliyah, we are instructed to choose life so that we and our future generations may live. It can be so difficult in our stressful and busy lives to see beyond the narrow scope of our little moment in time and hold a wider view of the world that we are creating, that we are forming, that the future generations will inherit. You are invited up for this aliyah if you seek to widen your perspective, if you want to make space for greater awareness of the effects of our actions, the personal and the collective, and how the choices we make affect the future generations that will take care of this world. Would anyone like to take their seat with the prayer book? I already lost it.
I just had it and then I lost it. You show me, Logan. Here it is. It's a weird spot. There we go.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach, Baruch Adonai Hamborach Le'olam Va'ed, Baruch Adonai Hamborach Le'olam Va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachoranu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Amen. Ki karov elecha hadavar me'od beficha uvyovavcha le'asoto re'eh natati lefanecha hayom et ha'chaim v'et hatov v'et ha'mavet v'et ha'ra asher anochi metzavcha hayom lahava et Adonai Elohecha lalechet bidrachav v'lishmor mitzvotav v'chukotav v'mishpotav v'chayita v'ravita v'rechecha Adonai Elohecha ba'aretz asher ata shama l'rishta ve'im yifne levavcha ve'lo tishma ve'nidachta ve'hishtachavita le'elohim acherim ve'avadetam higadati lechem hayom ki avod tovedun lo ta'arichun yamim al ha'adama asher ata over et hayarden lavo shama l'rishta ha'idoti bachem hayom et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz ha'chayim ve'hamavet natati lefanecha habracha v'klala uvacharta v'chayim leman tichya ta v'zarecha le'ahavat Adonai Elohecha lishma b'kolo lidavka vo ki hu chayecha ve'orech yamecha lashevet al hadama asher nishpa Adonai lavotecha l'Avraham le'Yitzchak u'le'Yakov lated lahem.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natar b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
For all of you who have come up for this aliyah, may you be blessed with the wisdom of those who have come before you, who have tried the best they could to create a just and compassionate world. And may you be blessed with even greater clarity and spaciousness in your awareness of interdependence. May you take as many breaths and pauses as you need I just heard some people take a breath. May you take as many breaths and pauses as you need to act wisely and skillfully, and may your life-sustaining choices reach out to the corners of the universe and be of benefit to all. And let us all say, Amen. I can take those back.
And yashar koach to Emily for writing such beautiful invitations and blessings for us today, and for holding the parts of the Torah service that you're learning to lead. It's just wonderful having you up here with me. So we take a moment now to offer a prayer for healing, healing of body, mind, or spirit for anyone in your life that you're thinking of. It could be you. And you can say those names out loud or inwardly as my eyes scan the room. So names for healing.
Mary Kay.
Bruce Goldwasser.
Misha Berach, Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, V'Yaakov, V'imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, V'Rachel, Hu Yivarech et Kol HaCholim Ha'eleh. May the one who blessed all of our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless all of these whom we've named and others whose names we hold in our hearts. May the Holy One send extra measures of wisdom and skill to all of their doctors and nurses and other caregivers, and send to those who love them and care for them extra measures of hope and strength, and send to them all a refu'ah shlema, whether we understand that to be a complete recovery or a cessation of pain or whatever they need to manage an ongoing chronic condition. And let us all say,
Amen.
Amen. We rise now in body or spirit as we lift and dress the Torah and invite up Rebecca and Justin for Lenza. Yamdu hamagbiya v'hagolelet. start to get loopy. I apologize. Ooh. I'd love to invite up my in-laws, Roger and Jackie Talbot, to close our arc. So they're kind of messed up. I sort of want to take one and get it on one side and the other on the other. Have some announcements before Emily shares her drash with us this morning. So once we hear Emily's drash and close the service, the day continues at 2 p.m. With a breakout session. We have one at 2 and one at 3. They're both happening in a room kind of around. The way it works here, it's all a circle, so if you don't find it, just keep walking. But room 302, it's like 3-302. It's very Queens. It has a dash in it. 3 is the floor, and then 302 is the room. So they're happening at 2, and then at 3 at 2 o'clock, Darielle Chandler will be hosting a discussion, some study on the theme of time, turns, and teshuvah. And then at 3 o'clock, Chelsea Simon will be doing a session called How the Yom Kippur Liturgy Reminds Us That We Are Enough, and you'll get to create your own High Holy Day Dayenu. So that's in the afternoon. And then, so we have sort of a break between the end of the service and the breakout sessions. There will be another break until 5 when we'll be back in this room for Yizkor, our memorial service, followed by Ne'ilah, the concluding service at 5:45. And depending on the weather, we will try to do Havdalah outside. We're not allowed to light a candle in this building. We'll make it work somehow. But Havdalah, if you're here for Ne'ilah, we hope you will be. We'll travel down, if the escalators are fixed, we'll travel down the escalators together or the elevators and go outside for Havdalah very briefly on the sidewalk, and then come right back up to this floor to room 3301 for our Break the Fast. For all these things, we did ask for registration, but if you haven't registered and you want to just spend the day with us, please do. Just stay. Just let Carl at the front table, the check-in table, know that you're staying, and we'll make sure that you have a spot. Alexa and I also invite you to reach out to us with any feedback about how the High Holy Days have been going, or ideas that you have for the future, whether it's logistics or content or anything at all. Sukkot is coming. We will be in the Jackson Heights Sukkah at St. Mark's in the Garden on Friday night and again on Saturday morning. And we'll also be in the Long Island City Sukkah at the Connected Chef on Sunday to decorate and celebrate, and then back in that sukkah on Tuesday for a dinner and a song share. These are all this information is on the website, and they all require you to register, so we make sure we have enough food and space, etc. Some of them have some capacity limits, but please do sign up for any of these gatherings, whether in Long Island City or in Jackson Heights. We really would love to see you in our sukkah. If you can help put up a sukkah or take down a sukkah in either neighborhood, let me or Alexa know, because we can always use more hands for that. I want to thank everybody that has been part of this day and will continue to be part of this day. I'm not going to do thank yous again in this formal way, so I really just want to make sure I name everyone. So Chris Wetstein, oh my goodness, like, amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything you do. There's so much heart here because of you. And Emily, oh my goodness, and you're gonna hear a sermon that I already read, and it's amazing. But just wonderful to be able to work with both of you so closely. And then to all of our singers and our musicians who put in many hours of practice and tech rehearsals and sound checks and all of that, to be able to create this spiritual container that we have here for the holidays is just a blessing. So thank you all. And in the back, behind the scenes, Alexa Weitzman, our Director of Engagement, I think you're in the room. I think I see you. I don't know. There you are. Thank you, Alexa. You're amazing. And Diana Charlap, who's not with us today, but has been behind the scenes organizing details, and Carl Hansen, all of you, the logistics have been so smooth so far, and I'm so grateful. I want to thank everyone who has supported and led our children's programming, Marina Nebro, our education director, Dylan Bass, our child care provider, Rachel Diamond, a new teacher in our community who I can't wait to meet. I actually didn't get to meet her yet. Are you here, Rachel? No. She's in the back. All right, she's still with the kids, of course. That's where she belongs. Good, good. I'm glad she's there. Okay, but I'll meet her later. And can you tell I'm fasting? And my kids, Amina and Ziv Goldenberg, for leading the children's singing and prayer, both Rosh Hashanah and today. Again, need to thank Jess Levy for the gorgeous visuals that we've had to inspire us throughout these days. And Martha Sparks for organizing everyone and getting them up here at the right time. It's so good to have a stage manager. It's really good. And all of our volunteers have been doing setup and check-in and ushering and making people feel welcome and at home here. It's so important. And for CUNY School of Law for making us feel at home here. They are so very gracious to us and generous. And Collegium Sound for the tech and the sound and what everyone's seeing and hearing on the live stream, which I keep hearing is amazing. So we love working with you guys. And Will, I know you're in Bali, but I hope you're enjoying your honeymoon. Will Wade really kind of leads the way with the tech, and his hand is all over what's happening today, even though he's on his honeymoon. I want to thank our collaborators from the Queens Jewish Project and the Wandering Jews of Astoria, and of course, our funders, UJA Federation of New York. So if I missed anyone, I really do apologize, and it takes a lot of effort and a lot of resources and a lot of planning to make this all happen. And it also takes you to decide this is where you want to be, and we're so glad you're here. So thank you for being here. I'll turn it over to Emily.
In early July, Lev, my son, Chris, and I took a trip to Grand Manan, an island off the coast of New Brunswick. It's a geologist's dream. Rocks and formations from different eras all converging on this one island. On one beach in particular, there is a trail you can follow, and if you look closely, you can spot a diagonal line in the cliff face, a fault line. On one side of the fault are rocks from 539 million years ago. On the other, rocks from just 201 million years ago. And here, where the cliffside meets the beach, the fault line is exposed and you can see the eras converge. Chris and I had visited this island a few times before, but we never found the fault line. This time on our walk along the beach, on a particularly foggy morning, Chris saw it. Perhaps the dense fog, obscuring our view of the beach and the ocean, had served to focus our attention on just what we could see in front of us. There it was, the long diagonal line slicing through the cliff face. On one side, the rocks were reddish and crumbly, the other gray and chunky. The line between them was white, calcified stones. A tiny stream flowed from the top of the cliffs, eroding some of the red rocks down the sand of the beach in a pinkish trickle toward the Atlantic Ocean. We walked over and stood directly in front of the line in the cliffs. This clear visual representation of time, of history, of different moments in the past, slashed plainly in two. And now, my baby's hand in the year 2023 or 5783 touched the rocks, touched the beyond ancient past as the waves of the Atlantic rolled in and out behind us. A few days later, those waves washed up a mystery, or maybe it was a miracle. A resident posted the following to a local island Facebook group. Found this note in a balloon on Cheney Island. Can anyone decipher it? Cheney Island is a small uninhabited island that is part of Grand Manan. The photo attached was of an unfolded piece of paper, slightly ripped, with non-English lettering. In the comments, folks hypothesized it could be Portuguese, Inuktitut, but no one could figure it out. I could tell it was, and probably, Hebrew cursive. Mind you, this is not a very Jewish part of the world. I believe that while my interfaith family was visiting the island, the Jewish population there was probably a total of 2, me and my son, and 0 when we left. So this was a big mystery. Where did this come from? I posted the photo to my rabbinical school Slack channel for help translating and also shared it with Rabbi G. Several people worked on deciphering the scraggly, smudgy text alternating between Yiddish and Hebrew. Here's what we came up with. Dearest, oh, how I love you. Thank you for everything that you have done, the lazy and the spirited. Do it for me and everything. Please send healing, salvation and sustenance, planting seed, joy, life, grace, spread out from the 4 corners of all the earth. At the bottom of the letter, crossed out, there is a prayer for the ascendance of the spirit of a deceased woman named Rivka, daughter of Simcha. The note is dated from the year 1961. We think. This part was hard to decipher. It either looks like the date 6-61, June 1961, or the word tati with a weird dash in it. Tati is a Yiddish term of endearment for father, which could be someone's actual father or a reference to God. So anyone fluent in Yiddish who wants to help settle a debate, there's a copy of this at the back. One copy, don't take it, but if you want to look at it during the break later, or if you want to get in touch with me later, would love to get your thoughts. To me, this reads like a prayer to God, a prayer of thanks, request, and praise. The author sent it off across the sea, trusting that somehow it would reach its destination. In this morning's Torah portion, the Israelites are on the verge of entering the Promised Land. In some of Moses' last words to them before they cross over and he dies, he says, "Surely this instruction, which I enjoin upon you this day, is not too baffling for you, nor is it beyond reach. It is not in the heavens that you should say, 'Who among us can go up to the heavens and get it for us and impart it to us that we may observe it?' Neither is it beyond the sea that you should say, 'Who among us can cross to the other side of the sea and get it for us and impart it to us that we may observe it?'" As Moses sends the people off into the unknown, He reassures them that they will know how to fulfill the covenant even after Moses is gone. In turn, the people can trust that the divine presence will be close and accessible to them, even though God will no longer be visible to them as God was in the desert, as a pillar of cloud or fire. This time, with the help of a beachcomber and a couple of 21st century rabbis and rabbinical students, someone's prayer that was set off to sea, entrusted to the wisdom of the waves, was received and read and known. Still, I wonder if the author ever felt like their prayer had been answered, or if they got what they needed just from letting their prayer go. The Torah portion continues. I make this covenant not with you alone, Moses addresses the people of Israel, but both with those who are standing here with us this day before our God Adonai, and with those who are not here with us this day. Meaning those who are here and those who are not here are all entered into the covenant. How do you make an agreement with people who aren't here? Seems like bad HR protocol. And who isn't there anyway? We're told that all the people of Israel are there. Every householder, official, child, wife, stranger, water drawer, wood chopper, every person. So who is not there? When I first read the Parsha, I thought those who are not here meant the ancestors, the dead, those who came before us. Then I remembered that Jews are a little uncomfortable when it comes to being in relationship with the dead. It was all a little too pagan-y feeling for the scribes of the Torah. But at weddings, at simchas, we pause to remember and invite into our minds and hearts those who have died. There was even a practice in some communities in Europe of going to the cemetery to invite a bride-to-be's deceased family members to attend the upcoming wedding. So wouldn't we invite the ancestors to witness our commitment ceremony to the covenant? But I dug a little deeper and learned that according to Rashi, those who are not with us here this day doesn't mean those who were. It means those who will be, the generations to come, us. Whether we wanted it or not, whether we feel prepared for it or not, this covenant is ours. There's a midrash that earlier in the Torah, when Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh originally charged the people with the covenant, he lifted up Mount Sinai over the heads of the Israelites upside down and said, if you accept the Torah, all will be well. And if you do not, this will be your burial place. In the midrash, God is threatening to crush the people with a mountain if they don't agree to the covenant. If it sounds coercive, that's because it is. Commenters explain that if chosen totally voluntarily, a person might later go back on their agreement. But if there was some element of it being forced to accept, they won't be able to turn it down later. While I, needless to say, have some issues with this tactic, it's not entirely inaccurate to my lived experience. There are so many things in life that we don't get to voluntarily choose, that we then have to choose to find a way to be with. 30 days after we buried our mother, after she died suddenly and unexpectedly of a stroke, my sister and I sat on the couch, an upside-down mountain hovering over us. And my sister said to me, we can't control that we are now the next generation. We didn't get to choose that this is our time. But now we get to choose what we do. We are responsible for what happens next. We all need to find our way forward into the land of what comes next, to follow the Parsha's instructions, uvacharta b'chaim, to choose life. Anyone who has experienced grief, depression, fear, stress, can recognize those heavy, stuck moments standing underneath an upside-down mountain. And every time we make the choice to write a shopping list, to sing a song, to cook pasta, to be kind to the customer service rep on the phone, to get on the bus, to get the blood work done, to do the crusty dishes, to give ourselves the rest we need, to breathe in and out. We choose life. The upside-down mountain is not so much a threat as it is a depiction of what it is like to be human and to have to make choices without knowing if they are the right ones, if the mountain will fall or stay aloft, if our choices will cause suffering or liberation from suffering, or both. Sometimes it's clear, but a lot of the time, at the moment of the decision, we don't know. Sometimes we don't ever find out. Under such unsatisfying conditions, how do we access the chizuk, the strength, to choose, to act, to move? Our tradition is uncanny when it comes to time. There's a thin veil between the past, present, and future, with holes like cheesecloth, where every now and then you can touch fingertips with someone from another time. On Passover, we see ourselves as having left Egypt. On Shavuot, we see ourselves as having received revelation at Sinai. On Sukkot, coming up, we invite the Ushpizin, the ancestors, into our sukkah to rejoice with us. On Yom Kippur, we imagine we are preparing for our death, for a world without us, much like how the Israelites in our Torah portion, who are waiting to enter the Promised Land, imagine themselves making a pact with those who they do not yet know, will never know, who will be here long after they are gone, charging us with a most precious and beautiful task, to make a blessing of their memories, to carry on their Torah. Can you imagine the level of trust necessary to feel that when you are gone, the world will be okay? To trust that the work we did while we were alive created causes and conditions for goodness and love and healing to continue to unfold. I aspire to that level of trust. I aspire to the level of trust of a person who puts a prayer in a balloon and releases it and trusts that it will get where it needs to go. Our doubt in our ability to adequately show up for this task has been anticipated by our ancestors, probably because they felt it too. It's in the verses we heard earlier when Moses tries to reassure the people as he charges them with the covenant. It isn't out of your reach, up in the heavens, beyond the sea. No, the thing is very close to you, in your mouth and in your heart to observe it. As this Yom Kippur day atones for us and sets us up for another year of being perfectly imperfect, the upside-down mountain resumes its spot, hovering over all of the people of Israel, over all of us. Look up. Can you see it? Suspended in the air, reminding us it's time to renew a commitment we didn't choose to make in the first place. To once again quote my wise sister, we can't control that we are now the next generation. We didn't get to choose that this is our time, but now we get to choose what we do. We are responsible for what happens next. This is the choice we get to make on Yom Kippur. Not to be coerced into something vague and threatening, not to feel guilted into going to shul, but to decide for another year that we want to be awake and present and act with wisdom and kindness and justice. To decide that we want to live our Jewish values in our daily lives because it's who we are. And living who we are is good. It's good for the world. It's good for the generation who will one day be without us, and it's good for the generations who came before. Because living who we are is how we prove ourselves worthy of our ancestors' trust. How we show up, how we show they were right to believe in us, and how we model for future generations how to show up for our memories one day. Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh of blessed memory wrote after the death of his mother, walking slowly in the moonlight through the rows of tea plants. Each time my feet touched the earth, I knew my mother was there with me. I knew this body was not mine, but a living continuation of my mother and my father and my grandparents and great-grandparents, all of my ancestors. Those feet that I saw as my feet were actually our feet. Together, my mother and I were leaving footprints in the damp soil. When we knock on our hearts with our fists, when the sounds of the shofar enter our ears, when we breathe between the words of the Shema, when we feel our lips touching a dear one's forehead, those who are not here, our ancestors who entered us into the covenant, are here with us in our going forward into the land of what comes next. Maybe when we feel like we don't have enough chizuk to choose life and lift ourselves up and move, it is our ancestors who give us that strength, that push. They reach through the cheesecloth or across the fault line of time and space and move us, whisper to us, keep going. You got this. Do it for me and for everything. They journey with us as we will journey with those who are yet to be, who will inherit the world that we are co-creating now. Another layer of rock, upon layer, upon layer, upon layer. So maybe we can let go of needing to have all the answers taught to us by the elders before they're gone, because our bones, our eyes, our ears, our tongues, our feet, our bellies already know the instructions for how to live, even if our minds haven't caught up yet. To those who came before us, we offer you our gratitude. We look to you in awe. We forgive your shortcomings, and we will strive to continue to make of your memories a blessing and carry on your Torah in our mouths and in our hearts. May those who are not yet here graciously accept this world that we who are here today are doing our best to leave in better condition than we found it. May you understand our struggles and forgive us for all that we were not able to do for your sake. And may you recommit to and build upon our work in your own unique and important ways. And for all of us assembled today, as we touch the fault line between the year that has passed and the year that is beginning, may we make the choice to accept upon ourselves the covenant that we've already been entered into. May we show up to our lives as fully as possible, offering the life-giving actions that are ours to offer. And let us turn towards the waves and send our prayers off into the ocean with our perfectly imperfect faith that they will land somewhere and be heard.
It's a new song, and we've learned some harmony parts, but you're very, very welcome to be a part of it in whatever way you can.
Let it be enough this moment. It will pass, no doubt, my dear. Let it be enough. one. Let it be enough. Other times will come. This moment is one.
Kippur practice be meaningful, supportive, and may it be enough. We'll see you this afternoon.
They seem to be having fun.
That's a good